Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. This is part 2 of installing these Raycor SIP panels on my post and beam barn kit here. Part 1 was just the rear lean-to, which is the left part of the house that you can see here. It is our utility room and kitchen, so that was starting off with those panels. And then the second and final part is me installing these panels on the main frame of the house, which will complete it. I have my neighbor here, Brian, help me again with these lower panels. And then as I get into the higher up panels, I have a piece of equipment coming to help me get those done by myself. But again, this video is the highlights of getting this finished up here. I had to edit out a lot of panel cutting, joint filling, taping, screwing, a lot of just odds and ends to help this video not get too long. So let's jump into this and hope you guys enjoy. We have our carpenter friend Justin back helping us out, and right now he's up on the roof finishing up those roof boards while Brian and I do the SIP panels. And that way, hopefully once we're done with all the wall panels, I can get up and start doing the roof SIP panels. But with the weather we've been having lately, with all the rain, there'd just be not enough time for me to get everything done all by myself. So we appreciate your help, Justin. Let's get going on this. earlier in this day, I had an accident with my angle grinder and a cutoff disc exploding and having to get stitches in my hand. But as soon as I got back from the hospital, I went right back to work. We'll get back into the story a little later on, though. So here's the piece of equipment that I was talking about to help me with these upper panels. It is a four-wheel drive off-road scissor lift that I have rented, and it came in super handy. Would not have gotten this job done without it. Going back to the hand injury, this was originally the window that I was trying to cut with my angle grinder and a cutoff disc. Should have known better. It was an old disc, and I had a gut feeling about it. As soon as I fired up the angle grinder and was about to touch the panel, the disc exploded, sending the disc in all different directions. It even shot all the way through the panel, as you can see here. Pieces went up in the rafters, and luckily it only nicked my hand, and from experience using an angle grinder, I was holding it off to the side of me. Otherwise it could have turned into a way worse situation. Other than getting a few stitches in the hospital, it blew off the skin on my left knuckle, my pinky knuckle, but could have been way worse. So you guys always follow your gut feelings, use these tools safely. And now I'm going to jump back into this window, but using my reciprocating saw, as I should have started off with in the first place. So lesson learned. Let's get back into it, guys. These top plates are the last top piece to the wall panels. What they do is they tie in all the wall panels to each other, and they also make the wall panels flush with the roof boards, so that way I can come through with the roof panels and they will lay down flat right on top of the walls, which makes it one solid sealed structure. Some people call it monopoly framing because it's just one solid sealed cube, which is very airtight and energy efficient. And then you come through afterwards and frame the overhangs, which you'll see later on in this video. Using the router with a flush cut bit was actually a YouTube hack that I saw, and man, did it really help me out making some of this OSB fit perfect, and these window openings just come out perfect. So highly recommend it. Glad I found it. Alright, so a lot happened quick and wasn't filmed because we had this bad weather coming in, so my GoPro was dead and I had no time to charge it and get everything ready and film myself, run around with the camera. So I went ahead and just threw up the house wrap, got the top covered back up, and this is how she looks now. So it's all buttoned up for this rain. So yeah, this side is house wrapped. I'm gonna leave the windows uncut for now until we get closer, because this house wrap isn't finished yet. Gotta tape the seams, clean it all up, and finish other things, but eventually we'll cut the window openings out and get that going too. But for right now, this is how it's gonna stay, and I'm gonna go back and work on the right side of the house. So getting everything set up over there, and gonna do the same thing over there, and then get the roof finished up. So Been dealing with a lot of rain during this build, making things a little extra complicated. We're getting there though. So tonight I'm bringing all the roof panels up to their last stop before installation, and what I'm doing is I'm snapping string lines down the center of each stud, so that way when I'm getting ready to pre-drill all the holes, I don't have to do this and I can just do it, drill the holes, and get these things set up. So getting these top panels screwed down into the ridge. So I had to cut the panel so that it lined up perfect for the other side to come up to, and also for the screws to go down into the ridge beam. So just marking and drilling these now. Nothing like drilling holes on a 10-12 pitch roof. That's for sure. Sip screws for the roof, timber lock. I know my harness isn't the best one either. Nice. challenges with cutting the roof panels is because they're so much thicker, the saw actually wasn't able to fully cut through them, so you have to cut one side, flip it over, remark your line, and then cut back through to fully finish the panel. Alright, so we got the big front door frame here. I'm getting it ready to put back on, but first I gotta do a couple things. But anyhow, to build this frame, because it's so large, first I cut all the pieces and screwed whatever ones I needed to together, and then I tacked them up on the frame and built it on the frame because I don't have anywhere flat enough around here to build such a large piece. So I set it up on the frame, tacked it, got it the way I wanted, and then I took it back down. I got these little panels cut, ran a string line along the top. This is the top, so I got those panels cut and installed, and now what I'm doing, this is actually the back side, so I'm going to be taping all the seams. I started here, tape all the seams to make it airtight, and then once those are all taped up, I'm going to set it up on the frame again, and this will be for permanent with the SIP screws, and then afterwards I will foam any spots from the front and then tape any of the seams on the front. But so yeah, this is the big door opening. This bottom part is just a spacer that I have to hold it together while I move it around. So once it's onto the frame, I'll remove that piece, and then we'll be good to go. So I'm gonna get this taped up and then install it back onto the frame. Let's get going on that. I'm currently working on framing out a transom window that is going to be above the big front door. if you ever saw me install a panel without doing the foam first, like you see here, it happens very rarely, but in this case it's because it would push the panel up too much before I would be able to get it screwed in. So before I went through and taped all the joints on the panels, I made sure all the joints were foam sealed up. And then afterwards I would trim off all the excess foam and then tape the joints for every panel throughout the entire house to make it an airtight seal. I'm installing this ice and water shield below all the roof panels because it's recommended to have a vapor barrier below these roof panels. And there's different types that you can use, but I chose to use this ice and water shield as the vapor barrier because it also is the gritty kind and helps me walk on these roof boards while I'm installing the roof panels.
Give it a little bit extra room now.
Alright, so I'm getting ready to get this last panel made. Just took measurements. The lines have already been drawn and snapped, so we're good to go. Just looking at the detail up top. That foam filled nice and tight. I just cut it off. So it's looking good. Got my steps on either side. But yeah, got all the panels up, just putting this last one up now. Got to cut it first, and then gonna work to fill in the gap here, but that was my walkway. Alright, so welcome back, guys. I haven't been able to post film too much lately because I've been doing a lot of work at night. The days are getting shorter, and my time frame for getting things done is getting shorter and shorter. So I've been really tight on schedule, so haven't had much time to film at all. But basically been working on doing the overhangs, getting the roof ready to put the roof sheathing down, and then get the roof on there. So doing the overhangs, but today the goal is to trim all the foam off the panel joints, the roof panels, and then get all those seams, the joints all taped up. So all the panels have been done for a little while now, and I just want to get those joints taped off. But since I got to use those 2x4s as steps, usually I would start from the bottom and work my way up for drainage, but I'm gonna actually have to climb up there and then work my way down. But I'm gonna be using zip tape because it's so sticky and just holds up so well. So doing those the opposite way, it's not gonna be the permanent roof or anything. So I'm not too worried about the joints being the opposite way on the tape, so the seams there. But so I'm gonna get trimming up there and start taping, and my goal is to get this side and the other side mostly done by the end of today. We got a super windy day today. We got gusts up to 40 miles per hour, and I gotta get this done. I'm gonna be losing the scissor lift soon. But yeah, so all the panels have been done. We're gonna have to do a walk around at some point, but I've just been so busy. I'll have to do that after, because we're just getting through the end of this scissor lift rental right now. So I'll do some update shots at some point, but let's get these roof panels all taped up. Spend way too much time fixing tarps all the time. But it's important to keep it protected, that's for sure. Can't wait till we get a roof on it. Alright, so I'm up here in the lift, gonna work on these gable overhangs. So got the string line ran up for the blocking. Probably can't see it over there, but string line is ran. So I'm gonna work on making these blocks all to the right length as I go up. Then tomorrow get the sub fascia board on, so it'll look like that over here. So gonna work on doing these blocks and then see how far I get. Alright guys, so that wraps it up for the SIP videos on the house. Hope you guys enjoyed watching. It came out really well, I think, and it was super challenging, technical, just mentally, physically exhausting, because I do work a full-time job, and also there was tons of rain during this whole process, which made it super challenging, but made it through it. Probably do a review on these panels later on. But the next video we're gonna get going on is getting the concrete slab poured, because we gotta get all the doors installed before winter and to have the concrete get cured before the cold weather comes in. So gonna start working on that right away before I do anything else. So that'll be the next video that comes out. So hope to catch you guys on that one. And again, thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed.